the brain that you do.
What's going on, guys? Gilly Writes Comics here with another video. This one is touching my heartstrings right here, pulling on those nostalgia heartstrings, and it's in the realm of crowdfunding, which I'm no stranger to. I've been crowdfunding awesome pro quality indie comics for almost a decade, raising almost six figures to publishing my self-published work. We're going to take a look at one of the latest projects from Mattel Creations. Something pretty cool, something definitely in my wheelhouse as a wrestling fan. All right, so here we go. We have the WWE Ultimate Edition WCW Monday Nitro Entrance Stage. That's a mouthful. If you didn't grow up in the 90s, if you don't know what the Attitude Era is, basically it's one of the best eras of wrestling, period. They're the Monday Night Wars, Raw against Nitro, and again, just crazy time to be a wrestling fan and just some of the best wrestling you will ever see. Now, if we just take a look here, the pictures are really good. I mean, it's pretty big too, 40 inches wide, 20 inches tall, authentically scaled. Again, we're getting a lot of cool, you get some cool figures here, right? We get some Hulk Hogan, right? We get some Ultimate Warrior, definitely cool. Different variants that you probably wouldn't see anywhere else. Of course, DDP, which I love, absolutely love. This DDP is amazing. So let's take a look at, what we get. So it's like I said, it's 40 inches tall, 20 inches wide, 30 inches with the ramp. It's authentically scaled, right, to the Ultimate Edition, WWE Elite and Ultimate Edition figures, which is pretty cool. And you have an entrance tunnel lit by over 100 LEDs with pre-programmed animated sequences, and they're all controlled by remote control. Okay, that's pretty cool. We get the entrance tunnel. Again, we get Monday Nitro signs. We get some banners, realistic metalling. Okay, got all that. And apparently this is exclusive. So Mattel Creations, if you don't know what Mattel Creations is, Mattel Creations, I think, is their little crowdfunding hub. It's kind of like how, if you're familiar with GoFundMe, if you're familiar with Kickstarter, Indiegogo, Mattel Creations is their own little hub. And again, Mattel Creations, Mattel in itself is a $6 billion. It's a $1 billion toy company with a lot of known brands. I want to say Barbie, Masters of the Universe, right? Hot Wheels. You get a lot of great stuff. So let's just get straight to the point. This was a crowdfunder that they did, okay? And they were looking for, here we get the update right here. Let's check this out. The fans have spoken and we listened. We changed a few things in the crowdfund just for the WWE Universe. Now at 5,000 backers, the entrance stage will be funded and unlocked along with the Ultimate Edition Scott Steiner and Rey Mysterio figures. See below for additional changes to the tiers. So for me, I think $400 for this stage is a lot of money. A lot. It's a lot of money. Okay, I think of $400 differently. $400 is a lot of money for a stage and a ramp. A lot of money. Okay, that's a big ask. And what am I getting? Let's see what we get. You wanted 5,000 people to back this to bring it to life, and at 5,000 backers, you get the entrance stage with both Ultimate Edition, Rey Mysterio, and Scott Steiner. Okay, so you got two figures. At 7,000 backers, everyone gets DDP, Diamond Dallas Page, so that's three figures. At 9,000 backers, you get Ultimate Warrior. And then at 11,000 backers, you get Hulk Hogan. All right, so that's five figures altogether. Okay, and now let's check the last part here. This crowdfund ends on May 5th. 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. Join today. Back this realistic collector's item. Okay, great. Let's, again, for this stage, right? We're looking at the stage here, right? $400 is a major ask, okay? If you think of what you can buy for $400, me as a father of two, that can go a lot towards things I can do with my kids. If you look at more for entertaining yourself, if you're a gamer, $400, a little bit more, you can buy yourself a Steam Deck. That would give you a lot more value than this stage. Again, nostalgia is a hell of a drug. I'm with you on that. But $400 for a stage, and you get 5 figures only after you reach 11,000 backers. Okay. Now, did this receive its funding? Let's see for a moment. I'm going to pull up another link here that I have. See if you guys could see it here. Hopefully you can. The big kicker here right now is at the $400 price point. They've only managed to get 3,802 backers. They were 76% funded with 2 hours and 12 minutes to go as of before striking midnight and Pacific Standard Time. They didn't fund, and so much for unlocking, all the extra figures you had planned out. Now, this was a big fail, and as someone who crowdfunds a lot, and as someone who crowdfund their own comic book, and of course, toys is kind of different from comic books, but what's similar is that you're offering a product and you're trying to reach an audience and you're trying to give them a good value for their dollar. And especially in the toy realm, if you're putting in $400, you kind of want to get a lot back. Now, we're going to go to my trusty calculator here. Let's remember 3,802 backers. Let's see if we can just remember that. So here we go. Let's $400 multiplied by 3,802 backers. So $1,520,800. You're talking about almost $2 million right there. That's $1.5 million. Okay? With the backers that you had, with the 3,802 backers you got, you had $1.5 million. Okay? Is $1.5 million enough to bring this project to life already? Of course it is. Now, again, I'm not a billion-dollar company like Mattel, and of course you're dealing with a license that has a plethora of fans. I'm talking about millions of wrestling fans in the world, all over. Yet your target audience was 5,000 backers. Now, let's see. If we do 400 times 5,000 backers, which was their target audience, their target number to want to greenlight this project for the fans. Wow. $2 million is a lot of money, okay? Now, let's go back to what we were actually looking at. Let's look at this toy. Let's look at, 1.5 million, 2.2 million. Let's just look at what we were getting here, right? So here we go. We got this awesome stage. $400 a pop per backer, and you actually had 3,800 backers put their hard-earned money to want to see this come to life. You guys said you would only fund if you made 5,000 backers, and the unlocks would just be a couple figures here and there. Now, I'm just going to be straight, real. I'm going to be raw, like Monday Night Raw, right? $400 is a lot of money that you're asking for, and you're not even bringing a ring. There's not even a ring included. That's a big fail, big fail. Again, I understand it's a business. I understand you need to make some money. I also understand that it costs money, right, to produce these things, and you want to set a target amount to limit your costs. I understand all that. At $1.5 million of what you guys already had, you had enough to deliver this and even add a lot more. Even when you just from the groundwork structuring this campaign, you could have offered a lot more to the consumer, a lot more to the fans, to that. Here's the thing. They're preying on your nostalgia. And for just that preying on the nostalgia, they didn't even offer you what could have been a greater package for this that could have even got a lot of other more casual fans involved, or maybe even just more casual fans saying, hey, you know what? $400 is already a big ask. That's only for the hardcore of the hardcore going to pay that. If you want to reach a more, if you need I think if, again, $100 for the stage by itself for me, I think that would be fair. I realize that's never going to happen. $200, you can play with that. You can mess around in that ballpark, but at $200, you're going to, for me, need to include a ring. You're going to need to include announce tables, okay? I remember in WCW Nitro, they had the announce table right up on the top on the platform there. You're going to need to include that, one or two, with some chairs. You're going to have maybe a little barricade, the plastic barricades or something, just to you got to add a little bit more value, and you need to include some basic figures already in the initial backing. If you can't make that $200 price point, okay, and you can't offer the ring, and you can't offer 2 or 3, 4 figures, it's already a hard ask. They've been marketing this. I've been seeing the Mattel Creations on Yahoo as an announcement. I've seen it in other toy outlets. They've been pushing this. People have seen it. People aren't backing it. Even on Twitter, DDP, put out there, hey, back this. It all comes down to money, okay? A savvy consumer, especially one that collects and backs toys, money is valuable. As someone who crowdfunds and I need your money to make my comic books, to entertain you, I understand that I can't price my stuff according to like big budget already like corporations. I have to price mine a little bit higher. You always got to charge boutique prices as the little guy. So if this was a wrestling thing that wasn't Mattel Creations, okay, I could understand them pricing a little bit higher. $400 still is still a big ask. And again, we're dealing with Mattel Creations. It's $1 billion corporation, and who knows what money is eligible. Who knows what do they have for each brand. But again, this was something they were targeting to receive $2 million to give you this product. And I think they were undercutting your value, and I think they were underselling, or they were overselling that for sure. They were undercutting your value, but they were overpricing the price point for this. This was way heavily priced. Now, if you're going to do it at $400, okay, I'm being honest. At $400, if that was your target, you needed to include a ring, you needed to include announce tables, and you needed to include at least 6 figures included. That's my opinion. That's still a lot of money. Not everyone could swing that. But at $400, I would have needed a ring, I would have needed some announce tables, and I would have definitely needed 6 figures. I would have needed at least 4 wrestling figures. Okay, I need a tag team or something. I need at least 4 wrestling figures. I'd need at least 1 referee figure, because that's a unique figure we don't see too often, like the referee, right? A Nitro referee figure, right? And maybe 1 ring announcer, or maybe another a table announcer, right? Mean Gene Oakland or something. Like, I get it, licensing, whatever, but just have an announcer, or maybe have a ring girl or something. Like, you need something. Have a table with a bell or something. Like, you got to get creative. Again, presentation looks good. The stage looks great. Lighting effects is great. Remote control. This is all great. It's not $400 great, in my opinion. And I feel like this is a product that could have been awesome if you would have just not tried to prey on the nostalgia. And just, again, $1.5 million you guys already had. Your target was $2 million. I'm sure you could have brought this and a lot more to the fandom. If you guys really wanted to just make this something memorable, and you really wanted a driving force behind this Mattel creation in crowdfunding this product to life. Crowdfunders were savvy, okay, because me, as someone who crowdfunds, I also back a lot of projects. I'm very savvy. I do want to support stuff, but at the same time, I got to look out for what's best for my bottom dollar as everybody else. I love supporting an indie project. I even love supporting a mainstream big corporation, because, again, it's tied to what I grew up loving. I grew up loving wrestling. I'm a big wrestler, and I love it, okay? I have my AEW ring, okay, that I bought for $20 in a Walmart, and me and my son will break it out, and we'll play with it. So I would have loved to get a WCW Nitro ring. I would have loved to get some other extra figures in there. And again, the stage presentation is great. It could have been really good. I just think it was just grossly mishandled. It wasn't innovative in terms of offering the rewards that they could have offered. And the tiers were a little bit unrealistic at 5,000, I think 7,000, 9,000, 11,000, and you're just unlocking 2 little figures here and there. Figures that wrestling fans already have probably enough of. The Scott Steiner is interesting to me, and the DDP. The Rey Mysterio, for me, he looks kind of too big. If I compare him next to Big Papa Pump here, needs to be a little bit smaller. But again, this is something that could have gone great, but just went horribly wrong. And I just think it was because, again, if as much as you want to prey on nostalgia, you got to give the fans a value that they are worth and that they know they're worth. And again, we're talking toys. We're already. I'm already 40 years old, man. A lot of toy fans, geeks, are older than me, and they will gladly put their money on these type of products. But again, you got to make it worth our while. And if we don't see that, we won't back. Anyway, guys, this is Gilly Writes Comics. This little crowdfunding with Gilly portion. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It really touched me. Anything with crowdfunding, it just hits close to my heart, and I just want to share my little knowledge here and there, just to make you guys see what I see. And again, if you like comic books, please consider checking out GillyWritesComics.com. I do amazing comics. Galactic Rodents of Mayhem is one of my favorite comic books right now that I'm crowdfunding, and I definitely need backer support. So if you see it, share it out. Just get us behind a little guy who's trying to do some awesome things in the world of storytelling and comic books. And as always, guys, let me know what you think. Was this too much, or maybe I'm just being a little shiesty here? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just gladly cough up $400 for a stage with no ring. Maybe I'm just being a little unrealistic here. What do you guys think? Was this a worthy investment? Was this worth your top dollar? Let me know, guys. Anyway, till next time, guys. This is Gilly Writes Comics. Geek out.